The end of the world has always fascinated humanity. From ancient prophecies to modern science fiction, the idea that everything could suddenly stop is both terrifying and intriguing. People have written books, made movies, and even formed cults around the idea of the apocalypse. But why are we so obsessed with this concept? Perhaps it is because imagining the end forces us to appreciate what we have now. Throughout history, different cultures have had their own versions of the end times. The Norse had Ragnarok, while Christians have the Book of Revelation. These stories often reflect the fears and uncertainties of their times. Today, our fears are shaped by scientific advancements and global events. We worry about things like climate change, nuclear war, and pandemics. These fears are not just fantasy, they are grounded in real possibilities. This essay will explore various scenarios that could lead to the end of the world, but it will also highlight humanity's resilience and hope. Natural disasters are one of the most immediate threats to our world. Supervolcanoes, for instance, have the potential to cause massive destruction. Unlike regular volcanoes, supervolcanoes can eject thousands of cubic kilometers of ash and lava. This could block out the sun and lead to a volcanic winter, drastically cooling the Earth and disrupting food supplies. The most famous supervolcano is Yellowstone in the United States. Scientists monitor it closely, but predicting an eruption is still challenging. Earthquakes are another natural disaster that can have catastrophic effects. They can trigger tsunamis, landslides, and even cause nuclear power plants to fail. The 2011 earthquake and tsunami in Japan showed how devastating these events can be. Thousands of lives were lost, and the Fukushima nuclear disaster continues to have long-term effects. Tsunamis, often triggered by underwater earthquakes, can wipe out entire coastal communities. Despite these threats, humanity has shown remarkable resilience. We have developed technologies to predict and mitigate the effects of natural disasters. While we cannot prevent these events, we can prepare for them and minimize their impact. Cosmic threats, though rare, pose a significant risk to our planet. Asteroids, for example, have the potential to cause mass extinctions. The most famous asteroid impact occurred 66 million years ago, leading to the extinction of the dinosaurs. If a similar-sized asteroid were to hit Earth today, the consequences would be devastating. NASA and other space agencies are actively monitoring near-Earth objects to detect potential threats. They use telescopes and radar to track the orbits of asteroids and predict their paths. In recent years, there have been discussions about developing technologies to deflect or destroy asteroids before they can impact Earth. Black holes are another cosmic threat, though much less likely to affect us directly. These mysterious objects have a gravitational pull so strong that not even light can escape. Despite the low probability, the idea of cosmic threats captures our imagination. It reminds us of the vastness and unpredictability of the universe. Climate change is one of the most pressing issues of our time. It is already affecting our planet in significant ways, and the future risks are even more alarming. Rising temperatures are causing polar ice to melt, leading to higher sea levels. This threatens coastal cities and could displace millions of people. Extreme weather events such as hurricanes, floods, and droughts are becoming more frequent and severe, impacting agriculture and infrastructure. The scientific consensus is clear. Human activities, particularly the burning of fossil fuels, are driving climate change. This has led to increased levels of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, trapping heat and causing global temperatures to rise. Efforts to combat climate change are underway, but progress is slow. Governments around the world have signed agreements, such as the Paris Agreement, to reduce emissions and transition to renewable energy sources. Despite the challenges, there is hope. Advances in technology, such as solar and wind energy, offer sustainable alternatives to fossil fuels. The younger generation is particularly passionate about addressing climate change, pushing for policies and practices that prioritize the health of our planet. Section 5: Deadly Pandemics, the Invisible Enemy. Pandemics are a stark reminder of how vulnerable we are to microscopic threats. The COVID-19 pandemic, which began in late 2019, has had a profound impact on the world. It has caused millions of deaths, overwhelmed healthcare systems, and disrupted economies. The rapid spread of the virus highlighted the importance of global cooperation and the need for robust public health systems. Historically, pandemics have caused significant loss of life and societal disruption. The Black Death in the 14th century killed an estimated 25 million people in Europe. The Spanish flu of 1918 infected 1/3 of the world's population and killed at least 50 million people. Modern medicine and technology have improved our ability to detect and respond to pandemics. Vaccines, antiviral drugs, and public health measures can help control the spread of infectious diseases. By investing in healthcare infrastructure and research, we can better prepare for future outbreaks and protect ourselves from the invisible enemy. Section 6: The threat of nuclear war. Nuclear war is one of the most terrifying scenarios that could lead to the end of the world. The destructive power of nuclear weapons is unparalleled. A single bomb can obliterate an entire city, causing immediate and long-term devastation. The bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945 showed the horrific consequences of nuclear warfare. Today, the world's nuclear arsenals are far more powerful, and the potential for destruction is even greater. The Cold War era was marked by the constant threat of nuclear conflict between the United States and the Soviet Union. The concept of mutually assured destruction, MAD, acted as a deterrent, as both sides knew that a nuclear war would lead to total annihilation. While the Cold War has ended, the threat of nuclear war remains. Tensions between nuclear-armed states, such as India and Pakistan, or the possibility of rogue states and terrorist groups acquiring nuclear weapons, pose ongoing risks. By continuing to work towards a world free of nuclear weapons, humanity can avoid the catastrophic consequences of nuclear war. Section 7. The existential risks of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence, or AI, holds great promise but also poses significant risks. As AI technology advances, the potential for both positive and negative impacts on society grows. AI can revolutionize industries, improve healthcare, and solve complex problems. However, the development of superintelligent AI, which surpasses human intelligence, raises existential concerns. One of the primary fears is that superintelligent AI could act in ways that are not aligned with human values. If an AI system were to prioritize its own goals over human well-being, the consequences could be disastrous. Another concern is the potential for AI to be used in harmful ways. Autonomous weapons, for example, could be programmed to carry out attacks without human intervention. The key lies in balancing innovation with caution and ensuring that AI serves the greater good. Section 8. The far future, the eventual death of the Sun. In the distant future, the end of the world will be inevitable due to cosmic events beyond our control. One such event is the eventual death of the Sun. Our Sun, like all stars, has a finite lifespan. Currently, it is in its middle age, burning hydrogen in its core. In about 5 billion years, the Sun will exhaust its hydrogen fuel and enter the red giant phase. During this phase, the Sun will expand, engulfing the inner planets, including Earth. The intense heat and radiation will make life on our planet impossible. Eventually, the Sun will shed its outer layers, leaving behind a dense core known as a white dwarf. While this scenario is billions of years away, it highlights the transient nature of our existence. Space exploration and the search for habitable exoplanets are crucial for the long-term survival of humanity. Section 9. Humanity's resilience and hope. Despite the numerous threats that could lead to the end of the world, humanity has shown remarkable resilience and hope. Throughout history, we have faced and overcome countless challenges. From natural disasters to pandemics, from wars to technological risks, we have demonstrated an incredible capacity to adapt, innovate, and survive. One of the key factors in our resilience is our ability to learn and grow from adversity. Each crisis we face teaches us valuable lessons and drives us to develop new solutions. For example, the COVID-19 pandemic has accelerated advancements in medical research, public health, and remote communication technologies. These innovations will continue to benefit us long after the pandemic is over. Another source of hope is our collective effort to address global challenges. By working together, we can pool our resources, share knowledge, and develop effective strategies to prevent and mitigate potential doomsday scenarios. In the face of existential threats, it is essential to remember that we have the power to shape our destiny. Section 10. Conclusion. Preventing doomsday scenarios. In conclusion, while the end of the world is a daunting concept, it is not an inevitable fate. By understanding the various threats we face, from natural disasters and cosmic events to climate change, pandemics, nuclear war, and artificial intelligence, we can take proactive steps to mitigate these risks. Humanity has already demonstrated remarkable resilience and ingenuity in the face of adversity, and this gives us hope for the future. Preventing doomsday scenarios requires a multifaceted approach. It involves scientific research, technological innovation, policy development, and international cooperation. Public awareness and education are also crucial in mobilizing collective action and fostering a culture of preparedness and resilience. By investing in these areas, we can build a more secure and sustainable world. Ultimately, the end of the world is not just a story of doom and gloom. It is also a story of hope, resilience, and the indomitable human spirit.